Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Hall to start the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look coming from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Klein. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go play action with Wilson. Throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Wilson on first down. On the out route, completes it to Hall. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. From the 41, Wilson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly important about this start is they can hold on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. Just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. This pass out wide to Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Flacco. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So a 2nd NFL interception for him. He is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
Over here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker at the bottom of your screen for other updates around the NFL here in Week 6. Again, it's Cook. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 7. Cook up the gut. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six.
He overthrew the man, wide open, man.
It hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. This one swung out to Montgomery. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And again, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, having a tough patch. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. There's Hall bringing in another one. A second pin has fallen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They go pass again with Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And check down complete to Hall.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them are about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on him, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
On play action. Love to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Flacco.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Flacco.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Throw left side complete. That's Carter.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Operating off play action, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Flacco looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, it's Rodgers. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Rodgers going to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will increase that lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they got to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And a completion to Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Flacco off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Flacco's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to the ground with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Flacco, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Flacco looking to throw for him. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return. Through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that is caught
It's Davis. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A red zone first down for Flacco. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was rough.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rodgers throwing here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They're going to try and run. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome. And this one's over. Interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. And obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they...
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist.
chain a game. When the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise.